this edition of From the Perch, University of Miami versus North Carolina. So 4th and 17, and here's the play of the game. Miami's going to line up in an odd man front. They're essentially going to have a head-up nose tackle playing the zero technique to trying to create some confusion. But one of the things you'll notice is this safety walks up late versus this 3-by-1 set. North Carolina is not fooled. They actually get the protection right, and it's going to lead to enough time. Here you go. Watch the safety walk up at the bottom of the screen. Not confused whatsoever. It's like maybe their offensive line coach had an idea how Miami was going to send this. They go ahead and block it perfectly, sandwiching that defender. That blitz doesn't get home, and now we just have a coverage breakdown. You got to know where this line is. You have two defenders essentially bracketing. You lose sight of it. The wide receiver stems you and then goes ahead and takes it out, and that is too easy for a 4th and 17 down completion, and that's what you call an anatomy of a bad play. And let's just focus right here, because this guy, he doesn't look too happy. Sometimes defenses just have the right play call. But go back 2 weeks, this same style double A-gap blitz got home then, and it's going to get home now. As you watch this play unfold, it's going to be a screen call to the middle of the screen with DJ Dallas. University of Miami will block this the same way that they blocked it against University of Florida. Center Corey Gaynor is going to fan to the left side, while the right guard and right tackle are going to fan out towards the right side, leaning a vulnerability up the middle of the field. This was obviously a good scout job because it got home then, and it's going to get home now. Jaron Williams does a remarkable job of turning this play into something when it could have been a negative play. DJ Dallas, however, is tracked down by that second free A-gap blitzing linebacker, and the rest is a wrap. 3rd and goal, Miami not necessarily good on the year in third down situations. It's going to need to improve, and they're going to have to account for this double A-gap blitz. In this edition of Consistency versus Inconsistency, first I'd like to show some things that are consistent. Miami utilizes 12-set personnel, albeit differently, with Michael Irvin Jr. and Larry Hodges in at the H-back. They're going to run a pin and pull blocking scheme, and essentially Larry Hodges is going to come around the corner and aid as a lead blocker. He attaches to the first defender that he sees, and he continues to drive his feet, gets his defender on the ground, and Cam Harris's speed does the rest. Great job on that play. Good scheme. Let's keep the film rolling. Now I want to highlight right tackle DJ Scaife. Does a phenomenal job here as well, being a people mover. He's essentially going to go ahead, and as they slant in on this defensive line stunt, he's going to go ahead and ride that defensive lineman's momentum, clear the area, which gives a big enough hole for Cam Harris to go ahead and get the first down. However, when the chips are on the line and it matters, 3rd and goal, the same two individuals that were highlighted, you'll notice that DJ Scaife essentially blocks air on this one. A late walk-up linebacker knifes through, and Larry Hodges is going to essentially kick out. Nobody blocks this guy. He stuffs the momentum in the backfield, and when you needed it most, the inconsistency came up and bit you. Now on the last clip, you saw the benefit of pulling linemen and why you do it on pass plays. But in this situation, you got to have a realistic expectation of what you're having your offensive linemen do in relationship to the quarterback drop. You'll see UNC right now have a zero-tech defensive tackle, a defensive end in a 5-tech, another defensive end in a 5-tech. This is an odd man front, but it's this rush linebacker that is going to provide the biggest threat. You're asking Navon Donaldson, number 55, to come across the formation just like this. But as the play unfolds, when you have your quarterback essentially carry out this play fake, he's going to be 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. This play is doomed for failure. There is no way 55 can get into that range. Neither do I blame him or the quarterback. But in this case, if this is the play that you have called, and this is the way you decide to block it, you might want to rethink it. Sometimes people ask, why do you pull linemen on pass plays? Well, here's a good reason why. Miami's coming out in 12-set personnel. They have Brevin Jordan and Will Mallory. Both are going to be utilized as blockers in a max protection play action scheme. So, watch these linebackers as they focus their attention on a pull-in lineman. Here you go. There he goes. A little bit of a stumble. Still manages to gain his composure, but at this point, you have two linebackers within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage. This is exactly the cushion that you needed to get this over concept to KJ Osborne. Good for a first down. But a lot of times, pulling linemen, especially in pass concepts, isn't always a bad thing. One of the things to pay attention to in this is actually the personnel grouping that Miami decided to employ. This is actually 13 set. You have 3 tight ends. You have Will Mallory, Brevin Jordan, and Larry Hodges. This is going to be blocked very, very well. As you see, they come in with a run blitz, hat on a hat. Good field by DJ. KJ Osborne blocking on the perimeter for a good first down. Something to pay attention to in the future, because not only did Miami roll out 12 set or 2 tight ends frequently, but this was actually 3. This is going to be a big play touchdown by Sam Howell early in the first quarter. Miami is going ahead and rotating and checking to this orbit motion. They do have a propensity to do this on jet sweeps, where they're going to basically take a strong safety, rotate them up, and take the free safety and rotate them down, or vice versa, depending on which situation or which way the motion goes. In this case, it looks like you're going to have deep safety help at the top or in a cover 1 shell. But as you roll this film, and we talked about it, he's going to be a 1 read and look quarterback, and this is exactly what he's doing. And right now, this is a dinner bell for any quarterback. When you have your safety this flat, this is true cover 0. These corners need to know they have no safety help. Trajan Bandy at the top gets stuttered right there. That's when you go ahead and deliver the ball. Good timing, and this is 6. Ultimately, with your rotation, you got caught being a little flat with your strong safety in the middle of the field. 0-0, double moves, leads to trouble in paradise. Nothing fancy or nothing new. This is a 3-by-1 set where you're going to basically see the boundary X receiver run a slant and the halfback run a flat. Very popular last year in Mark Richt's offense. But I want to go ahead and highlight Jarren Williams' ability to manipulate a linebacker using his head or his eye discipline. As you unroll this tape right here, you're going to see Jarren focus his attention down here to the 3 side. This gets this linebacker to attach to the trips 1, and he's vacating this area. But this is intentional because he flips around real quick, gets his quick release, and puts that into the window. That was that linebacker, and it's those little things, those little eye discipline traits that are going to lead to first downs. So it was a quick dart accurate touchdown on a slant right out here to KJ Osborne, who's at the X receiver spot. Just want to show you the window that Jarren Williams sees as he goes ahead and delivers the ball right here. This is when he's anticipating the break, and this is the daylight. Now this is going to shrink, and that's why you're going to have the presence of mind and the confidence in your arm to thread the needle. As the play unfolds, touchdown. Good protection along the goal line, great throw, and another important factor for quarterbacks, keeping the ball low inside the red zone so the ball isn't tipped and intercepted. Great job, Jarren. When you heard offensive coordinator Dan Enos talk about pocket discipline, this is it. Here you see as this play unfolds, Jarren's going to go ahead and reach his drop. At this point, he's not going to leak further because then he's at risk for these defensive ends who are bearing down on him at a certain spot. So he works up the pocket, and there it is. Perfectly formed around him. This is perfect. Look at Miami's offensive line creating basically a void for this quarterback, and he's protected. And when you do, good things are going to happen. Nice route by Brevin Jordan, who shows some toughness and picks up a first down. Good things can always happen if you keep your quarterbacks upright. Little miscommunication with the halfback whether to stay in and chip or go out and act as a check down option for your quarterback. It's unfortunate too. There could have been a big play. I'll set it up. UNC is essentially going to take this field DB and blitz him from his current position. When they do, they're going to have a safety rotate into a cover one shell. Jeff Thomas is the point of interest on this play, and you're going to see why. Right here, Jeff Thomas at the snap of the ball is going to completely blow the doors off his defender right there. This isn't even going to be close. Jaron is essentially looking in that direction. The boundary safety is rotating, but I don't think he's going to get there. Now, you're losing a little leverage with your right guard. Ja'Kai Clark is having issues. No big deal. You have a halfback right there that can see that and help. For whatever reason he doesn't, side swipes it. Jaron takes the sack and the pressure, and it's unfortunate. Sometimes little breakdowns and little miscommunications, that's all it would have took. And Jeff Thomas could have been in the end zone for 6. 2 weeks ago, the right side of Miami's offensive line was highly publicized and came under fire. Manny Diaz instituted a change, highlighted by DJ Scaife move to right tackle and Ja'Kai Clark's insertion at right guard. Well, this combination, it paid dividends on this play. At the snap of the ball, you see DJ Scaife block his defensive end in, while Ja'Kai Clark wraps around and pulls to get to the second level. Now, this is a good understanding of leverage and where your running back needs to go, because not only does he get to the second level, but he seals this back inside. DJ Dallas doesn't need much, lowers the boom at the end of the play, and this is a first down. This combination, we might be onto something. I really like the way the University of Miami blocks this particular run play. Extremely successful and shows flashes of exactly what it could be. As you see, you're going to see a wham block coming across the formation as Corey Gaynor olays his defensive tackle. That's a strategy because wham, there you go. You also have your newly inserted right guard and right tackle doing a good job sealing off this backside defender. Now let's focus our attention on the big number 55. Pancake number 1 leads the block. DJ finds the hole from there. Good perimeter blocking. And DJ does DJ things. Like I said, University of Miami offensive line definitely showed some improvement from week 0 to week 2. And it's plays like that, creative run design, that allow it to happen.